Hello, very good morning. Welcome to JS Testing Academy. Welcome to the next part of video in the Devops series. Okay, so in this video we are going to integrate with Selenium with SauceLab. Okay, so SauceLab is like cloud-based platform where we can run our tests in cloud. Okay, nowadays, right, instead of running in a local machine, people opt to run in cloud so that right it makes the work easier, and it makes right right it avoids lot of issues, running locally. Okay, so that we can run in the cloud based platform. Okay, for that, one of a very common tool which we use is the SaaS labs. Okay, we can integrate all the automation framework with the SaaS lab so that we can do cross browser testing also. Suppose if I want to run my test with different browsers, different apps, or different OS, I can go for there are tools like Browser Stack and SauceLabs. Soon we'll be seeing a video of Browser Stack, the next part of the video. Okay, so in this video we are going to see SauceLabs. Okay, testing the SauceLab, you should go to Google. Okay, and you should go to Source Labs. You type Google in Source Lab and you go to this link. Okay, the official link of Source Lab, you go and click it, and we need to sign it up. I've already done in my account. Just make sure you are signing with your Gmail account, or just sign it up directly. Enter a username and password, and you can sign it up. I already signed it up, so I'm just going directly to your my dashboard, my account. Okay, but I need to sign in also. I'm just signing it up with my Google account. Okay, so you can also sign it up with your Google account, or you can create or use your own username and password, and you can do it. Okay, so this is the dashboard, the home page of the source lab, which I have. Okay, so you can see the automated test, the test results, and you can trigger with the CI/CD pipeline, Jenkins or Devops. You can integrate with that. Okay, now and you can see the results. You can run with mobile apps, different web apps, you can test the different apps, and you can test with different browsers, and the different versions of browsers and different OS, and different devices. You can set it up and you can do it. Okay, first thing what you need to do is you need to go to user settings, and you should take the username and the access key and the URL. I'm not showing due to security purpose, just did it fastly, but you should go to user settings and you need to get the username, the access key, username and the access key and the URL, the URL you need to copy from the user settings, in the source lab. Okay, so you should go and you can copy, and the username and password I have set it in my environmental variables. Okay, so you should go to your PC and click properties, right, and you should go to your advanced settings and go to the environmental variables, and you can give your SauceLab username and password. You can set it up and click OK. Okay, then you can come here and link that with the environmental variables. Okay, so I created one small code here. It's a very basic test, where I created a string named source username and source access key. I'm getting my username and password from the environmental variables. For that, I use system.getEnvironment method, and I got the username and pass access key from my environment variables. Okay, for security purpose, instead of hard coding in the code, we can keep it outside and we can call it. Okay, because since we are going to share you write this code to the entire team, so we can keep this in the environmental variables and we can use it. Okay, so I just kept my username and access key in the environmental variables, and I call from the environmental variables. Okay, here I'm just checking one condition. in the right main method if checking whether it's null or not equal to null. Okay, if I didn't get my right username from the endpoint variables, if it is null, please throw an error message. Okay, if username and access key is null, just please throw an error message. Okay, I'm just setting in my code so that I can debug, right, if I find whether username and password is passed right from the environmental variables or not. Okay, now I use try catch, right, and I use desired capabilities, and I created one reference new desired capabilities, and I'm setting the capability. I'm just telling test with Chrome browser with Windows OS, and the browser version is 113. Make sure that is very very important, right? Your compatibility issue is the most important thing. Okay, so it took some time for me to get the compatibility right. Okay, the browser OS and the Java version, all three, and the dependencies all should match. Okay, so you should make sure the Selenium Java dependency is added. Don't worry mind about the rest issue. This is from the same project which I use. Make sure you are adding this dependency alone, that's enough. Okay, so make sure you add only the Selenium dependency. Please ignore the other dependency that is not this, because I used the previous project, so it's showing you right all the dependencies, but don't ignore the other dependencies. Use only the Selenium Java dependencies. Okay, and I'm just giving source options. Okay, I'm just using map to store the key value pair. Okay, the username and password is set in the capability with the help of map, so that it is stored and accessed with the help of the key value pair. I'm just naming one name of a test, for example Facebook, right. I'm just going to use Facebook login test. Okay, now I'm just copying the URL. Make sure you're formatting it right. I just copied the URL from my SauceLab. You can copy from, go and search in your user settings, you will get that right, the URL that you can copy and paste here. Then I'm just using creating a reference for driver. I'm using WebDriver interface, new remote WebDriver, a new URL, the URL of right, this one, right, source URL, and the capability I'm just calling it here. Okay, but this is a very very basic code. I use WebDriver manager so that it's getting the latest driver. Okay, the needed driver is calling it, that's why I use the WebDriver manager here. So make sure the WebDriver manager dependency is added in your form.xml. Okay, now after that I'm just using a very simple code here, driver.get facebook.com. I'm just printing a title here. Okay, and quitting and I'll use catch here. Okay, let me run it. It's a very very simple code, right? So it is going to print the title of a page as we give in this out, right. Title of the page, and driver.get title is going to get the title. Okay, now if we go to SauceLab and we refresh it, and you can see the test has been executed in cloud, right, in the Windows 10 and the version 113, and it took 9 seconds. Okay, and it completed in the same time. But you can see the time of here and time both is same, and we gave the test name, right, Facebook login test. So this one has been completed, and you can see the video of the test also. Okay, the video is captured here. Okay, you can see right what happened in background. You can able to see in the right in your source lab. Okay, and the right screenshots will be attached here, so that right, and the logs will be attached here. Okay, and the network and devices, right, everything will be there, and what are the post API calls which been called, that will be also captured here. The post call, get call, the URL, right, and the session deleted, session ID, right, deleting, all these things will be captured here in the source lab. You can be able to see the capture the video and also the screenshot, and you can able to log the time of the test right, executed, and total time, right, this can be shared across settings. Okay, so what version you are giving here, it is going to run here. Suppose I'm changing to Google. Okay, so I'm just changing to google.com. Okay, and I'm just giving Google search test. Okay, Google search test, I'm just executing the right here. This you can trigger with right, push the code in GitHub and trigger in Jenkins pipeline, so that it will be executed in cloud. Okay, you can see it printed title, and if I go and see in SauceLab, you can see the test results of Google search result. Okay, so it executed 7.01 and it executed on the same time, and you got the test name and you got the video also. Okay, so this is how, right, you can use SauceLab in your automation, so in your execution. Okay, right, hope this video is useful for you. Thanks for watching this video. So in the next part of video, you are going to see about how to integrate the Selenium test with the browser stack, and also slowly we'll see how to integrate SauceLab, GitHub, and the Jenkins, and slowly we'll move to Docker also. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day. Bye. Meet you soon in the next part of video.